Hey, everybody. This is Pastor Tim, and I am doing a mashup between band app and Lark app. Lark and band are both what we call communication apps, like a team app where you can talk, chat, share files, different things like that. But I wanted to do a mashup between these two because these are the two I like the best out there right now. So today we're looking at the video conferencing on Lark, which is what I'm using right now. So I wanted to take a video and see how it works with all the different features that it has. It has some pretty cool features. You can do reactions, uh, all kinds of different things. There's even a chat that you can put up. And if you go, let's see, where did the chat go? There it is. Oh, no. Right here. So you can chat, hi, how are you? And you can start a chat. But there's also within the site itself, there's chat and Giphy files and all of that. So you really don't need the chat in here. You could just simply have that window up and you could talk in there while you're chatting on here. So that's really not a big deal. It shows you who's on. Right now it's just me. You can share your screen in here. So let's do, oh, you can do a whiteboard. I didn't know that. That's a cool feature. So you can do a whiteboard while you're in here. And how do you get rid of it? That's always the case when you open something. Oh, how do I get rid of it now? I guess you just go back to and toggle the camera back on. I like how it keeps the camera open so you can see it while you're in there. Oh, there we go. Stop sharing. All right, so you can share your screen. You can share other things on here. So basically, any number of things that you wanted to share. Let's right here. Let's do a yeah, we want to go into here. All right, so now I'm sharing my screen with you. Hopefully,
Let's do a
this comes out
YouTube
right.
video
So
to
what
see
we're
how
going to
it
do is go
looks
up
on
here.
here.
What I like
Right
to
click.
start at when I come onto the site is up here on Messenger, because that's where all the communication is happening. So we're going to start with the actual Messenger today and look at it. These are this is the filters. So you got
Oh, what I want to
chats,
do.
which shows you all the chats right here. So you can kind of get them all compiled down here, and you can open them
We'll do
up,
this one.
and you can see what's going on. You got your unread portion of it, so you can click on that and get caught up. Now you can also flag messages if there's messages that you want to go back to later, or you want to store them for, like, say you want to use the content from one of these in something, you can do that. Mentions, is anybody in the group that mentions you will be notified. Labels are kind of cool. That label could be a discussion that you're having, whatever, and they're stored in a file category, so they're easy to come back to, um, and all of that. So you got your labels. Any private chats that you would have. Groups are, this is where everything happens on here, is in a group. So you have groups that have text, Giphy files, everything like that you
All
could,
right,
good. And
so
it looks good. It's a really clean interface. One of the best I've actually seen.
you got to see
Um,
how that
but
works on there. It works
content
pretty
related, you
good.
could pin stuff into these
You can see how there's a lot of
if you got
things that we
something you
can
wanted to announce
do
that
on
you want
here.
to stay up, you can pin it. I mean, there's
Reactions.
just a lot of things
You
that
can
this allows
record
you to
the
do
video, which I
that a lot
love.
of
I don't have to
apps
use a third-party
don't do.
recording.
So that's kind of cool. Documents. This is a
It
really
has
awesome
some of
feature.
the. It has
Lark
subtitles if you
allows
wanted to
you
do that.
to create your own
You can do
documents
effects.
right within the site. I mean, literally, you
a
have your own
background effect.
drive,
Change
like a
them up
Google
where you're
Drive,
going. Wow,
that
these
is
effects are
built into the
great. Look at them.
software. You can create
Oh, I love
documents
this
on
one.
the fly.
Hey,
You can. There's even
whoa.
templates. You
All
can
right,
create
so they got
timelines.
effects. What else do they got
This is
here?
kind of the idea that they built this.
You got
was on a business model, so that if
you
you're
can take
running
a poll
business and you wanted to do a timeline or a
breakout
meeting,
room.
they got all kinds of
You
things.
got a
But you can use
countdown.
these documents for anything. If you're in the ministry, what
there's
a great
just a lot of
tool to
things you
have
can do
Bible
with this.
study
It's a pretty
resources. You could create right on the app.
a pretty
You don't have
good
to even
chat
create a Google
system.
document
If you
or a
wanted
Word
to,
document. You can
you
simply
could go to
create
a
a document
room,
in here.
like I
And
said,
then the cool thing
and then
is,
you
with
can
one click, you're sending
get
it
in
to the
there
group
in
that
the
you're going to
room,
be
and then
sharing it
have
in. Now,
you know,
who does
have
that?
the video
Again,
open
I asked the
in the room
question.
at the
Nobody
same time.
else.
So
Nobody else
it
is
would work out
doing
pretty good.
this.
You could actually do
This
that.
is why I'm pointing it
Um,
out. It is an
So
exceptional
yeah, you can
feature
do a lot of stuff
for
on
most
here.
every group. I don't care if you're
It's
a
because I'm wearing
ministry, if you're a
black,
business.
so it's kind
Who
of
couldn't
like
use this?
making me look like I'm
Everybody
popping
could use
out. But
this.
if I
So it's
was
a great
wearing a
tool.
white shirt or
And
something, it would look okay.
right now I'm doing an overview video, so don't worry. At the end of these
But I don't want
mashups,
to do
I'm going to be
an
doing
effect right now.
a more in-depth look at
All right,
each
so
feature and how they work. And they already have
you know what?
videos and stuff
What
like that
what
within
I'm
it. We should
liking about
probably
it is
create a whole
the
channel just
quality
for how to
of the
use the
actual
site,
video
because it is
conference
deep. This isn't
is
one of those
exceptionally
chat
well.
apps like
I think
WhatsApp
it's much
or whatever,
better
where
than a
it's just
lot of
real
them that
simple
I've
to use.
used.
This one here is
I like the
built on a
fact that it
business
records it.
model,
But the thing that's
almost
really
like a
cool
workspace.
is that
But
Lark,
yet it's
in the
user friendly. It is just.
if you go to
I've
the
never
meetings
seen anything
tab
quite like it. It's a
and you go to
mixture of
minutes, it has
like
all the
a
videos
WhatsApp.
that you've recorded.
It's not
And
even Slack.
you
Slack
can see, like,
is sort of like this.
in the
But
recording, if you
this
pull
is
it up, you can
the
get the
Lark has
minutes
been around a long time. They
for them,
really
which
I think they came
I kind of
along
like
and
that
they
because you can
created the
see
first like really
everything that's happened, and
awesome video
it
chat
even gives you
coordination with groups
a
kind
transcription
of
of it
software,
in
and they've
text
sort of
of the video.
perfected
I
it
mean,
in this
who
model,
does
and they're
that?
always
That is
upgrading and
crazy,
updating.
crazy.
So anyway, you could tell I'm excited about this app. But again, I'm trying to stay
And yet, that's what it
not
does.
biased here, but I know my
So
bias
it's
is probably
pretty,
coming out that I do really like Lark. But anyway,
solid
it's just got a lot of cool stuff. Now, here's another
system
cool
there
thing. This is
for
threads and
what we're doing.
topics. So when you create something, you go up here,
And
you can create a
so
new group,
that's an
a new
extra
member,
layer
external
of
contact,
content that you get with the video
documents, and you can
conference.
create
Now
meetings.
you can do
all with
video
a click of a
conferencing
button,
on here in a
right?
couple ways.
But here's another
You
cool
can
thing. When you
can
create
do
a
it like I'm
group,
doing right now,
you
straight
can make
through
it
by just going into
either a
meetings
topic
and
or a
creating the
chat. If you
meeting. You
make
can
it a
also
chat, it
schedule a
becomes a
meeting
group,
and
like
put
a
it on a
group
calendar
that
and send it
you
out
just
so
chat it.
people
But
can
if you
get it
make
on their
it
Google
a topic,
calendars
it
or
becomes a
whatever, and they
forum
can,
post. I
RSVP.
mean, so
That
you
way,
click here,
you're
and there's
kind
your
of letting
forum
people
post.
know ahead. And so that's
You go
another
over here
cool
to
feature
open
that
it,
they have, is
and
you
you've
can
got
actually schedule,
Bible study
and
tools.
most of the video conferencing
You've
apps
got
do that, but you can schedule
you could all of this
ahead
stuff you
and send it out
pin
to
it up.
people.
So if you want something to stay up, but you
Another
can actually
great
have
feature that
discussions
this has
on
is
these
that you can
topics. You can
send
create
the video
any
into the
number of
main
different
chat
topics you want.
after it's downloaded, the recorded version of it. So if
I mean,
somebody missed
the
a service
amount
or
of
whatever,
things that you can do with this
they could
app
come in and watch it.
just
Now, the
being a
great thing about
communication
this
app
is that this is
amazing.
within
It's
the app.
astounding.
So you don't have
what
to
you can
go
do with
outside
this.
of the app
So you
to
have
watch
all these
a
tools
video
in
that
your
we
tool
host.
belt to
You'll be able to
use
come right
in
into
your
the app
site
and watch
to make
it
it work for you
and participate
however
in
your
it.
organization
Now,
runs and all of
again,
that.
we're doing a
Then over here you
mashup,
got
so
your
that means a
messenger, which is
side-by-side
what we just showed
comparison
you, all the
with
chats and
band.
all of that.
Now,
Down here is
band
your
does
meetings.
some of the same
so you
things.
got all your look at this.
But
all your
let's
videos
wait
are
until
all
we're done
stored for
with
you.
this video
I
series
mean,
and see
again,
where it
who does
stacks
this?
up
I mean,
side
this
by
is
side.
incredible stuff.
So some of the things that I'm saying about Lark, I could say about band, but the quality
So you
is
have
where
you
you're
can
going
create a
to
new
be able
meeting.
to
You can
judge for
join a
yourself
meeting.
the
You can
difference in the
schedule a
quality
meeting.
of the video
Now here's the
conferencing
here's the amazing
on
thing.
either of these apps.
Minutes.
And so that's basically the
So
app
in the minutes,
part
you could
of the
go in,
comparison.
you could copy the link.
So
You get a transcript.
I'm gonna stop the video now, and I'm gonna
you
go
can
on
see it
band
in the
and do
video.
it,
It runs
and
when
we'll
you
do a
record the
side
video.
by
You see the
side
transcript on the
comparison
right
with that.
side.
So I'm just
It
gonna
actually,
stop
when you play the video back,
video
it
for
actually
a second.
plays back the
I'm gonna
text.
still be
So
recording,
you could
but I'm
stop
just
at
gonna
any time
actually.
and you could go
Actually,
over
I'm
that
not gonna
text.
stop
I mean,
it.
this
I'm
is
just gonna go to
just
band.
beyond
I
having a
think I
video
got
chat.
band.
This is like, you know, having
Okay,
a
let me go
business
to
meeting with
band here.
IBM or you know, some big
There we go.
conglomerate company. You know, you could stop a, you know, presentation in
That's
the
a great
middle
thing
of it. You
about
got the
recording
text.
here
You
is I
could
can go to all these.
like
There we
mouse
go.
over it, and I mean that
Band
is crazy
is
stuff.
the sign
That's
up
beyond just
on. I
WhatsApp
like better on
or
Lark because
communication.
when
So
you sign
this
into
is why
Lark,
Lark,
you sign
I
in
think,
with your
separates
phone number or
itself
your
from the pack
email, and it's like a
and makes
one-time deal.
itself
You don't have to sign in over and
a
over,
much
and I like
deeper
that because it
app
remembers you.
than
Whereas
most of them out there,
Band, you got
in
to
my
sign
opinion.
in over and over.
You got your calendar.
It's
So
a
when you
little
create an
thing, but
event, it's going to
little
pop
things
up
add up.
in here, and you
And
can send that
so,
event
yeah.
out, and then other
Anyway,
people can
let's go to
RSVP to
the.
your events. You could send that out to Facebook, Instagram, wherever you
That's
want,
weird how it keeps
and you've
going to
got
that
now it'll create an actual advertisement.
All right. Again,
That
you know,
you could
coming
send
into
out to
band
like
on this
Facebook or
app
whatever with the date, time, and it'll give a little picture.
is a little strange, and
It's
I
like
don't like
incredible.
the
It
mobile
like
app
sends
on
out a
band as
landing
much as I
page
like it
of
on
your
Lark.
event.
Lark is very nice and
So
simple and
what
easy to
that
use.
means,
This
it's
one
going to
here, look, I'm
improve
already
and
having to
increase
search
your
for something.
reach, and it's going to
And if
allow
I
more
click on
people to
it,
be able to
nothing's happening.
respond to your
So that's
events, which means
not
more
a good deal.
participation, more people, and who
All
doesn't
right,
like
let's see
that?
what we
So
can do with
it's a
that.
really
All
cool
right,
thing.
let's
And
see
your
where.
documents will show up here. Anything that you create, you can create courses in here. I mean, look, here's a course
This
right
app
here
isn't working.
that I just
So we're
created
just
on
going
the
to go to
fly.
band and the web.
And you got your
Since
video.
it's not working
You
on
know,
the
I
app.
mean,
That's not a good
again, I want to
sign
ask the
so
question:
far
who
for
does this
bands,
stuff?
folks.
Oh,
I mean, I'm
I
just
guess
doing this
there's
raw,
only
and if it
one
isn't
place that
working,
does this,
that's not a good sign.
and that is Lark.
We can move that over there.
I don't know anybody else
We can log in.
that's doing this stuff.
It does give you
On any
the
level.
social media option to log in, which is nice.
Kudos to Lark for creating.
But you
this.
can sign
now,
up with an email
These
or
are
your phone number, and
workspaces
I'm not sure.
that you can
Yeah, and I
create
think
a
you can
wiki.
sign up
You
with
know,
social
companies
media on
have
Lark
them
too.
that has
to let you know.
files, information. You know, if you wanted to know a certain thing about a company,
All right, it's logging me into
you
band.
know, maybe
so
company policies or maybe
so what
you
I'm
have
going to
a
do
training
is
module
I'm going to
that you
go
want
into
to break out. A wiki is a great resource for that.
and
This
I'm going
is
to create
all part of this.
one thing
People
that
share something
band
with you, create a
does,
file for that. And contacts,
I'm not going to
you
use
can
it
invite
because
people.
it's a little involved.
There's
I have
a
to
link
use
that
another
automatically
third-party
creates,
service called Prism.
so you can create a link,
but I can use Prism,
and that link
on anything,
you can send
so
it
I
to
could use it
Facebook,
on,
Instagram, Twitter, anywhere
Lark
you
as
want
well,
on the
so it's
web,
really
and invite
offsets
people. You could
itself.
publicly invite
But
people. You could have
what's
a public
cool about
site
it
where
is
anybody could
you
join
can
it from anywhere in the
synchronize
world. You could have a
and go to
private
5
site where
different
only
sites at
people
one
you
time
want to
and
send that
stream
to.
your
You could
audio and
email
video to
people
5
and they
different
can join.
sites.
There's
I
a
can do
queue
that on Lark
code
as
that
well,
you can,
so it's really not
have
anything
people can
there that's
with their
an
phone they can
advantage.
click on the
But
code.
what
and,
I'm going to do today is I'm just going to use it
boom, they're in your
as if
site.
we were just
It
chatting
is
in the room here. So we're just going to use it.
What they've done with
I don't
this.
know if it's going to allow me to use the video or not. I might have to log
so
out
that's a positive thing
the other one
for anyone that wants to
does.
have new people, invite people. The process is very simple to get somebody on here, and the cool thing is once you log in with your phone number or your email, you're good to go.
No,
I
that's
mean,
the
this
live
site
stream. I don't want
remembers
to do that.
And let's not forget that there's a desktop app for your computer, which is what I'm using right now.
Let's do this.
And
Let's
it works
go
great.
to the chat room.
It has all
and do it
the
in the chat
things
room.
it has on the web.
They
version.
have two types of video
you can
chatting.
Also
they have the live streaming, which
but you can also
you have
get it on
to
your
sync
phone
it
or
through
tablet.
A third-party service
So
to
you can
use
have
it. this.
Well, you
on
don't
any
have to
device
do
that you
that
have
on
and be using
Lark.
it.
So
And the
that's a
mobile
plus for
version
Lark. That you can
is
just go right into the video
almost
conference
better
and not
than the
have to
desktop.
worry
This was
about,
actually built for
signing
mobile.
into a
This
third
is like
party.
a
But they do
mobile
have a
app,
regular
but it
chat
has all this
portion
power and
of
tools.
it
Now,
in
I will
the
say that on the desktop, if you're going to be setting up web conferencing and that, now
in this
actually,
version.
let me rephrase. You can use the mobile for just about anything.
And
Let's
let me
just
see how
go
it
with
works.
that. I think just because of the way technology is still, there are certain things that a desktop is going to be better for. If you're going to be doing a lot of back and forth and screen sharing, it's hard to do it on a phone. So I would use a desktop for that. But as far as availability of content, it's no different.
I need two
It's
members.
awesome. So then you have your email contacts.
Oh,
and
that
your groups.
limits me then,
Again,
doesn't it?
down
All
here.
right, let's
So
see if the
anytime
other
you
one
join
does
a
that.
group, you're linking yourself to all these different groups and people, and it's an intercommunication
All
that
right,
begins to happen on the site as
whatever.
the site grows. Now,
All right,
because
that
this
doing it too.
has the ability
am I in the
to
wrong
be a
one?
public
All right,
app,
let's see.
you could have thousands of people.
All right,
on
you're
here.
already
There's no
seeing
limit.
there's a little
The
bit of a
video
difference in
conferencing
here
is,
in this
I
one.
think,
This might be the one that works.
maxes out at 200 people.
All right, I can start it with that one because
and
I added a person to it
of
for test
actual
purposes.
people that can go on cam. I don't know how
All
you
right,
could do that, but then it goes up to thousands of people that could actually attend an event. So this is set up for anybody can use this in any organization to grow.
I don't know where it
and
went.
to have resources and tools. Beyond all of that, there's a workplace which has tons of tools.
It's a little difficult,
and things that you
it's
could,
not as easy as some things.
log into. They have purchases, store, Asana.
All right, I've added
that's another
proper
application. Suite Admin, Zoom Connect.
It might be
all
because
kinds of different things. I mean,
you
you could see all of the apps that you could actually add to this. So
I'm just going to tell you,
beyond deep.
I'm not
It's
even
a
going to go
well
any further.
There's
no doubt in my mind that Lark
that you can use. Okay.
When it comes to the video,
having said that,
conference
and having been getting into that, you see
Band out of the water. Band is a basic. If I was to open up Band,
so you see that there's a lot of stuff that you can do.
The reason I
here.
can't is because I'm on cam and I don't want to shut the cam off and then
there's more
disrupt my video.
You can do tasks. So if you wanted to assign somebody and you have a team,
Band,
you want to assign them a project,
basically
you can work right within the app,
a basic video
people,
cam,
joining up, and volunteering,
share
maybe
your
you're running
screen,
a chat
and that's
room
it.
on
Nothing
here,
else. They have no other filters. There's no backgrounds or nothing.
Public
it's just
chat
very
rooms, and you could have
plain
people
Jane video conferencing, which you can. It's a dime a dozen
room for you.
This
could have
one has all kinds of features. But here's the part I didn't tell you
favorites
about.
and all that.
If you were to use this video chat on a phone,
in a nutshell,
it actually has a different setup, and it does almost everything. You can record, share your screen, and there's background filters.
It's a very
everything that you can do on a desktop, you can do on a mobile and more. The mobile version of this is the best I've ever seen. Now, Discord
within the site
is pretty darn good. I've used Discord,
so basically, you're getting the idea that
this site this even blows Discord away.
Has an unlimited amount of
so
resources.
I will tell you from personal
and you
experience,
can use it in so
the video
many different
chat
ways.
and
You could have a forum.
Is second
if
to
you
none.
Just wanted to do a forum,
and I think
just
for
discussions like
for us being
like
that
a
we are
app or one of those types of things. If you wanted
really
to have
conscious about video chatting,
channel that was just like
and having
with
the ability
and,
to video
and like
chat
a Discord channel, you could
with
do that on here.
Everybody,
this
and
could
you can video chat
any style
in any room in the site. If I wanted to come into
that
you do a video meeting right in everyday encouragement. If I want to do a video and Bible study resources
files and share,
I could go up here and do a video. Any of these groups, which if you go over here, there's groups.
So that
I'll get into the nuts and bolts and layout of these sites and how they operate.
All right,
these are groups.
Again, let me go to Band
that you see here,
and let me find Band again.
So, like I said, we'll get into those on a later date.
Let me
go back next time we do the video, and we'll compare side by side what you can do on Band and what you can do on Lark.
All right.
And then after we're done with
Let me go
comparing and
back
doing
to
this
here to you
mashup,
guys over
which we'll
here.
do part 2 maybe later,
And I'm going
tomorrow or
to
whatever, you'll be able to see. I'll put this all together in one video, and you'll be able to see each and every
I think I'm
aspect
still
of it
sharing my screen, so
and how to
yeah,
make
I
a
am.
decision on
All
which
right, so
one is
you're still
better for
seeing
your
my screen. Good.
organization,
All right,
your
so this is
church, your
band.
ministry.
And
I'm
as you
using
see,
it for
it
Jesus
has
Connect Bible Study app,
a different
which if you're a
layout,
ministry and
obviously,
you're
than
looking for
Lark.
something
You got your post.
really awesome, then I recommend you checking
Newest.
out
It shows a
Lark
recap of all your posts. Now this is
as
more
well as
like
band.
a Facebook
But
or a Twitter post.
I'll do the
which is
mashup,
fine.
and then you tell me what
You
you
know,
like best.
you got
And at the end,
albums. If you had
we'll
them, you
do a
can create them
poll
here.
question to see who likes it the
Events. If you had
best.
an event, you
But I
could
hope
post
this
it.
helps you as you decide
Attachments.
on what
This is
application to
anything that
use
you've added,
for
any
your company,
videos.
organization, or
So
ministry.
it's a
May God bless you.
little
Thanks
bit
for watching
different
part
than
1,
Lark. I
the
mean, it's
video
similar,
conferencing. And
but
let me
with
just
Lark, you
say
had,
at the end of each segment, I'm going to give you my opinion,
it's
and then we'll move on to the
similar.
next thing.
But
But
I
as
would
far
say
as
that if you
round
were to
1 goes,
match
bing,
up
bing,
these side by
put the gloves
side,
on,
I think
band
Lark is a
versus
little
Lark.
more easier
Boom,
to
Lark is a
use, and
knockout.
it's a
The
little
video
easier to get
conferencing,
the
you saw how
information.
bad it was
Whereas
on
you had to
band,
do
and
an extra click
I
or two
didn't
to get onto the
purposely
videos
do
here,
that.
which
That was
not a
just
big
raw
deal,
footage.
not a game
It just
breaker,
was clumsy
and it is
and all of
showing you
that.
the video.
Now let
So
me say
your
this.
attachments
I
are
don't
kind of
have
big.
any
But again,
dog in this fight.
this
I'm not
doesn't
getting
just
paid.
hold the
Nobody's
videos.
paying
This
me
is
for
like
this. This
all
is
of
my
your attachments. So
personal
this is like
opinion
any
based
file,
on
any kind of
actual
media that
matching
you put
up
in here.
this
Whereas when
these
you
two
went to the
services.
Lark,
So if
the
you
video
like
was
this
a whole
video, please
suite
subscribe
in and of itself.
to
It was
my
like a
channel
whole
here,
system,
and we
which your
will
videos
hopefully
were
you'll be able
all
to get more videos
in a
like this
place,
and
and
help you
you
make good
recorded it.
decisions on how to
You
communicate
recorded it
with your
in the
company,
app.
ministry, organization, or
So
whatever it is that you're doing. God bless
once
you. We'll see you next
you
time.
side by side that, the attachments on here lacks quite a bit. It's very simplistic. Your membership, people can create we didn't really delve into the profile that much. We'll do on the next video. I'll do a match up on the videos, so we won't do that now. But you can invite members here with a link, just like you can. They have an invite code. They do have the QR code too, and you can invite them with an email. So you get a link. So the same ways that you can invite people on band and is the same on Lark. So that's a tie. So that would be a draw. So that's not going to get you anywhere. If you wanted to add, like, say you want to add content, like you have to actually create a page on here, which was very difficult to understand because in order to create a page, you have to literally go to up here to band. You have to find your band, and you got to come down here and go to post. I'm sorry. You got to go up here to feed, and then you got to go down here all the way. Oh, you know what? You can't see it. Oh, wait, maybe you can. Hold on. Yeah, you go down here, and right at the bottom, you have all these things that you can create. You can create these different things: school groups, sports teams, marching bands, cheer, dance, faith groups. So they do have a lot of ways that you can create a community, which is fine. I mean, these are all great things here. You can even create a custom. But down here to create a page, you have to actually find it down here at the bottom. When you create the page, that page then becomes a separate. Hey, everybody, this is Pastor Tim, and I am doing a mashup between Lark communication app and band communication app. We're doing a side by side comparison. And last one we did was on the video conferencing. And I want to just start out by saying I apologize. When I did the video, I didn't realize I wasn't screen sharing some of it. So you didn't get to see the video portion of it. But there wasn't, like I said, it would have just been a video screen audio. But for purposes of doing a fair analysis, I am going to um, do a retake of the band portion of it to show you what it looks like, and then that'll complete that one. So today, I thought what we would do is do a side by side comparison with some of the basic features of each site, like notifications, and just go right down the list of Band versus Lark, and let's see who wins in this roundup. So, and again, this is based on a side by side comparison, but these things are subjective. So you may like Band more, you might like. At the end, we'll do a poll to see who actually watched these videos, participate in it. At the end, we'll do a poll, and then we'll see what actually wins. I'm going to give my opinion at the end of each round, and hopefully the facts will back it up. So anyway, let's get started. And so hopefully today I can, get the screen sharing working right. And so what we're going to do is share my screen with you as we go into this second round. And so where are we at? We want to go into right here. Think. Yeah, we want to go into here. All right. So now I'm sharing my screen with you. Hopefully this comes out right. So what we're going to do is go up here. What I like to start at when I come onto the site is up here on Messenger, because that's where all the communication is happening. So we're going to start with the actual Messenger today and look at it. These are this is the filters. So you got chats, which shows you all the chats right here. So you can kind of get them all compiled down here, and you can open them up and you can see what's going on. You got your unread portion of it, so you can click on that and get caught up. Now you can also flag messages. If there's messages that you want to go back to later, or you want to store them for, like, say you want to use the content from one of these in something, you can do that. Mentions, is anybody in the group that mentions you will be notified. Labels are kind of cool. That label could be a discussion that you're having, whatever, and they're stored in a file category, so they're easy to come back to, and all of that. So you got your labels. Any private chats that you would have. Groups this is where everything happens on here, is in a group. So you have groups that have text, Giphy files, everything like that you could, good. And it looks good. It's a really clean interface. One of the best I've actually seen. But, content related, you can pin stuff into these too. If you got something you wanted to announcement that you want to stay up, you can pin it. I mean, there's just a lot of things that this allows you to do that a lot of apps don't do. So that's kind of cool. Documents. This is a really awesome feature. Lark allows you to create your own documents right within the site. I mean, literally, you have your own drive, like a Google Drive, that is built into the software. You can create documents on the fly. There's even templates. You can create timelines. This is kind of the idea that they built. This was on a business model, so that if you're running a business and you wanted to do a timeline or a meeting, they got all kinds of things, but you can use these documents for anything. If you're in the ministry, what a great tool to have Bible study resources you could create right on the app. You don't have to even create a Google document or a Word document, you can simply create a document in here. And then the cool thing is with one click, you're sending it to the group that you're going to be sharing it in. Now, who does that? Again, I ask the question, nobody else. Nobody else is doing this. This is why I'm pointing it out. It is an exceptional feature for most every group. I don't care if you're a ministry, if you're a business, who couldn't use this? Everybody could use this. So it's a great tool. And right now I'm doing an overview video. So don't worry. At the end of these mashups, I'm going to be doing a more in-depth look at each feature and how they work. And they already have videos and stuff like that within it. We could probably create a whole channel just for how to use the site because it is deep. This isn't one of those chat apps like WhatsApp or whatever where it's just real simple to use. This one here is built on a business model, almost like a workspace, but yet it's user friendly. It is just I did never seen anything quite like it. It's a mixture of like a WhatsApp. It's not even Slack. Slack is sort of like this, but this is the Lark has been around a long time. They really I think they came along and they created the first like really awesome video chat coordination with groups kind of software, and they've sort of perfected it in this model, and they're always upgrading and updating. And so anyway, you could tell I'm excited about this app, but again, I'm trying to stay not biased here, but I know my bias is probably coming out that I do really like Lark. But anyway, it's just got a lot of cool stuff. Now here's another cool thing. This is threads and topics. So when you create something, you go up here, you can create a new group, a new member, external contact, documents, and you can create meetings all with a click of a button, right? But here's another cool thing. When you create a group, you can make it either a topic or a chat. If you make it a chat, it becomes a group, like a group that you would just chat in. But if you make it a topic, it becomes a forum post. I mean, so you'd click here and there's your forum post. You go over here and open it, and you've got Bible study tools. You've got you could all of this stuff you can pin it up so if you want something to stay up, but you can actually have discussions on these topics. You could create any number of different topics you want. I mean, the amount of things that you can do with this app for just being a communication app is amazing. It's astounding how what you can do with this. So you have all these tools in your tool belt to use in your site to make it work for you and however your organization runs and all of that. Then over here, you got your messenger, which is what we just showed you, all the chats and all of that. Down here is your meetings. So you got, all your, look at this, all your videos are all stored for you. I mean, again, who does this? I mean, this is incredible stuff. So you could create a new meeting, you can join a meeting, you can schedule a meeting. Now here's the amazing thing. Minutes. So in the minutes, you could go in, you could copy the link, you get a transcript that you could see it in the video. It runs when you record the video. You see the transcript in the right side. It actually, when you play the video back, it actually plays back the text. So you could stop at any time and you could go over that text. I mean, this is just beyond having a video chat. This is like, having a business meeting with IBM or some big conglomerate company. You could stop a presentation in the middle of it. You got the text. You could like mouse over it, and I mean that is crazy stuff. That's beyond just WhatsApp or communication app. So this is why Lark, I think, separates itself from the pack and makes itself a much deeper app than most of them out there, in my opinion. You got your calendar, so when you create an event, it's going to pop up in here, and you can send that event out, and then other people can RSVP to your events. You could send that out to Facebook, Instagram, wherever you want, and you've got now it'll create an actual advertisement that you could send out to like Facebook or whatever with the date, time, and it'll give a little picture. It's like incredible. It like sends out a landing page of your event. So what that means, it's going to improve and increase your reach, and it's going to allow more people to be able to respond to your events, which means more participation, more people, and who doesn't like that? So it's a really cool thing. Then your documents will show up here. Anything that you create, you can create courses in here. I mean, look, here's a course right here that I just created on the fly. And you got your video. I mean, again, I want to ask the question, who does this stuff? Oh, I guess there's only one place that does this, and that is Lark. I don't know anybody else that's doing this stuff on any level. So kudos to Lark for creating this. Now, a wiki, these are workspaces that you can create. A wiki, companies have them that has files, information. If you wanted to know a certain thing about a company, and maybe company policies, or maybe you have a training module that you want to break out. A wiki is a great resource for that. This is all part of this. People share something with you, you create a file for that. Contacts, you can invite people. There's a link that it automatically creates. So you can create a link, and that link you could send it to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere you want on the web, and invite people. You could publicly invite people. You could have a public site where anybody could join it from anywhere in the world. You could have a private site where only people you want to send that to. You can email people and they can join. There's a Q code that you can have that people can with their phone. They can click on the code, and you know, boom, they're in your site. It is unbelievable what they've done with this, and so that's a positive thing for anyone that wants to have new people, invite people. The process is very simple to get somebody on here, and the cool thing is once you log in with your phone number or your email, you're good to go. I mean, this site remembers you. And let's not forget that there's a desktop app for your computer, which is what I'm using right now, and it works great. It has all the same things it has on the web version. You can also get it on the web, but you can also get it on your phone or tablet. So you can have this on any device that you have and be using it. And the mobile version is almost better than the desktop. This was actually built for mobile. This is like a mobile app, but it has all this power and tools. Now, I will say that on the desktop, if you're going to be setting up web conferencing and that. Now, actually, let me rephrase. You can use the mobile for just about anything. Let's just go with that. I think just because of the way technology is still, there are certain things that a desktop is going to be better for. If you're going to be doing a lot of back and forth and screen sharing, it's hard to do it on a phone. So I would use a desktop for that. But as far as availability of content, it's no difference. It's awesome. So then you have your email contacts and your groups, again, down here. So anytime you join a group, you're linking yourself to all these different groups and people, and it's an intercommunication that begins to happen on the site as the site grows. Now, the because this is has the ability to be a public app, you could have thousands of people on here. There's no limit. The video conferencing is I think maxes out at 200 people, um, and I think of actual people that can go on cam. I don't know how you could do that, but then it goes up to thousands of people that could actually attend an event. So this is set up to for anybody can use this in any organization to grow and to have resources and tools. Beyond all of that, there's a workplace which has tons of tools and things that you could, do, log into. They have purchases, store, Asana. That's another application. Suite Admin, Zoom Connect, all kinds of different things. I mean, you could see all of the apps that you could actually add to this. So it's deep beyond deep. It's a well of stuff that you can use. Okay, so having said that, and having been getting into that, you see that there is. Oops, sorry about that. So you see that there's a lot of stuff that you can do here, um, and there's more. You can do tasks. So if you wanted to assign somebody and you have a team, you want to assign them a project, you can work right within the app and get people, joining up, volunteering. Maybe you're running a chat room on here, which obviously you could. You could have chat rooms and public chat rooms, and you could have people task them out to manage that chat room for you. You could have all kinds of opportunities and options. And of course, there's email favorites and all of that kind of stuff. All right, that is in a nutshell what Lark is all about. Um, it's a very simple interface. Your pin stuff, you can pin stuff over here, you can edit stuff, you can search within the site to get what you need. So basically, you're getting the idea that this site has an unlimited amount of resources and you can use it in so many different ways. You could have a forum. If you just wanted to do a forum and just run discussions like a discuss app or one of those types of things. If you wanted to have a channel that was just like with gaming and like a Discord channel, you could do that on here. This could convert into any style of information that you would want to use. If you're more like a timeline, like a Facebook, you could just run it like a Facebook app where people could post Giphy files and share whatever. Any usage this app would be able to do. So that is the content layout of this one. All right. Again, let me go to band. And let me find band again. There we go. And let me go back here to my, after I find it. Oh, let me go up here. There we go. All right. Let me go back to here to you guys over here. And I'm going to I think I'm still sharing my screen, so yeah, I am. All right, so you're still seeing my screen. Good. All right, so this is band, and as you see, it has a different layout, obviously, than Lark. You got your post, newest. It shows a recap of all your posts. Now, this is more like a Facebook or a Twitter post, which is fine. You know, you got albums if you had them, you can create them here. Events, if you had an event, you could post it. Attachments, this is anything that you've added, any videos. So it's a little bit different than Lark. I mean, it's similar, but with Lark you had, it's similar. But I would say that if you were to match up these side by side, I think Lark is a little more easier to use, and it's a little easier to get the information. Whereas you had to do an extra click or two to get onto the videos here, which not a big deal, not a game breaker, and it is showing you the video. So your attachments are kind of big. But again, this doesn't just hold the videos. This is like all of your attachments. So this is like any file, any kind of media that you put in here. Whereas when you went to the Lark, the video was a whole suite in and of itself. It was like a whole system, which your videos were all in a place, and you recorded it. You recorded it in the app. So once you side by side that, the attachments on here lacks quite a bit. It's very simplistic. Your membership, people can create a we didn't really delve into the profile that much. We'll do on the next video. I'll do a match up on the videos, so we won't do that now. But you can invite members here with a link, just like you can. They have an invite code. They do have the QR code too, and you can invite them with an email. So you get a link. So the same ways that you can invite people on Band and is the same on Lark. So that's a tie. So that would be a draw. So that's not going to get you anywhere. If you wanted to add, like, say you want to add content, like, you have to actually create a page on here, which was very difficult to understand. Because in order to create a page, you have to literally go to up here to band. You have to find your band, and you got to come down here and go to post. I'm sorry. You got to go up here to feed, and then you got to go down here all the way. Oh, you know what? You can't see it. Oh, wait, maybe you can. Hold on. Yeah, you go down here, and right at the bottom, you have all these things that you can create. You can create these different things: school groups, sports teams, marching bands, cheer, dance, faith groups. So they do have a lot of ways that you can create a community, which is fine. I mean, these are all great things here. You can even create a custom. But down here, to create a page, you have to actually find it down here at the bottom. When you create the page, that page then becomes a separate part of your site. It's not connected to it right away. You actually have to go back into the settings and connect it now to your group. So now I got to go back here, and then over here I can find my pages. See, now that's a little cumbersome, right? That's a little bit clumsy as compared to Lark, which has, we showed you a stack of documents you could create, all the channels that you could create, all of the different things that you could do with it, and have all those files right within your stored right within your app in a way which is easy to get to, and you can label things so much better, I think, than this system. And I think you start to see that it's a little cumbersome and clumsy the way they created it. Now, I'm not trying to bash Band. I know Band is trust me, there's people that love this, and I'm not trying to bash it at all. I think it has it's good points. That's why I'm talking about it. In fact, it's one of my favorite apps But what I'm doing is a mashup. I want to see what is actually a better app for doing things. And a lot of these apps, it depends on what you're looking to do. Some people, if you're just doing a school group and you just want to text people and chat with people, then Band might be a much easier app to use. There is a little bit of a learning curve with Lark. That is one of the downsides to it. But with everything, there's an upside and there's a downside. So if you look at this, you got files over here, but you're looking at this on the desktop. On the mobile app, it actually doesn't have this panel over here. It puts everything on the top and then goes down. So it's not as easy to find the stuff on a mobile. I found it was very clumsy. And again, on a later video, I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison of the mobile. So you get to see that as well. So we're not going to talk about that right now. But you can see like the recent photos. But again, you're just looking at this on the desktop. On the mobile, you wouldn't see this like this. So it's kind of, it looks really cool on here, but it's not going to be the same if you're using your phone. But the difference is on Lark, the phone and the desktop are the same. They're not going to change. All right, so you got chat rooms that you can chat in. A chat room looks like this. And I got to say, the chat room is nice. You got gifts. You can do files. You can call each other, chat with each other. There's stickers. They have their own stickers that you can get. Again, if you're looking to just chat, if you're looking to just do reminders and things like that. Now let me show you the strength of Band is this right here. You could do photos, you can do stickers, you can add videos, you can go live stream, you can do a poll, stuff, file, events. You could request payments. You got your to-do list, signups, attendance, quizzes, surveys, location, and markdowns. There's a ton of things that they allow you to communicate. But again, it's basically everything is within this square right here. There's not a lot of depth to this once you start to share things. And again, if you're looking to like just have a good texting app to text people in your church, your ministry, I wouldn't suggest this for business. But if you're a school, a youth group, a church, and you just want to text each other and be able to keep up with each other and give assignments and all of those types of things, Band is a very good app for that. But it's not going to give you more than that. Whereas Lark, as you saw, has a much deeper and more complex structure where it allows you to do so many different things, but yet it's simple. I don't know how they compiled it to be so complex, but yet simple at the same time, but they did. They figured it out. They figured out how to put all those features into that app. Now on the big, to me, the game changer is that Lark has everything in-house in the app. You don't have to go in out of Band into another part of Band to create a page just to link it to you to have a blog. That seems to me clumsy, and it's a lot of steps. They could have made that a lot easier, but for whatever reason, they didn't. That to me is one of the biggest flaws of Band. And it just doesn't have enough features. It doesn't have enough content creation for people that are creating content. This is a one step better than a WhatsApp. Basically, it gives you some different kinds of tools. And the other strength of Band is that it is a cross, what they say, a cross over app, which you can cross over to desktop and use it on a phone. and it works on all devices. That's a huge plus because there's still a lot of people that want to use their computer. So band does offer that. So if you can, so if you take overall, now let me just go through the settings real quickly in band. So in the settings, the notifications, you can change them, you can add whatever email notifications. You can allow invites to band, you can change see, there's not a lot of customization with band, but there isn't a lot of customization with Lark either, in all fairness. But it's all about what it in my opinion, it's all about what's under the hood. You could have a cherry red car, but have a crappy motor, and I don't care how good it looks. It's got to run. It's got to do what it needs to do. And to me, this is a draw between Lark and Band. There's not a lot of customization options. I mean, you can make this blue. You can change the logo looks cool and all that. And I think that is probably better than Lark, the logo part of it. And if that's something that's really important to you, then it might be something that, you know, could turn you away from Lark. But that's why we're showing you a side by side comparison. But there still isn't a whole lot of customization. Um, you've got band type, you can make it public or private, you can link pages to it. There's group challenges. That's a different thing than Lark doesn't have that, but a group challenge is a good thing. 1,000 members, member requests, you can invite people, all kinds of different things. Basically, very straightforward, not a whole lot of thrills and frills, but it's free. That's another bonus. Band is free, doesn't cost anything. But this is a draw because Lark is free too. Lark allows you to has a free version. It's basically, you could use it forever. I mean, unless you were doing huge numbers and needed a whole lot of space and documents, you would have to upgrade it. But other than that, you can use Lark pretty much for groups of whatever, maybe 500 and under. You'd be just perfectly fine with that free version. So it's a draw on that. Okay, now that's pretty much it. Now there is one thing that I will say that Band has, that I think Band's greatest strength is it allows you to discover other groups. So you could actually network with studying groups or church groups or whatever. And this would allow you to generate new people to your group. However, I did find that when I used this, that there were a lot of bots. They weren't real people, and they would join your group. And in the beginning, they actually send you quite a few of these type of bots. So you might have 200 people in your group, but you're getting no. But when you go back and try to respond to that person that joined your group, they never respond. You never hear from them, so they're just a bot. You do get some real people, but it's kind of iffy on how many you actually get. But that is a bonus, and it is a plus, and it's the strength of Band. So if you were to utilize Band and really, if you didn't need more features, if you were okay with the simplisticness of it, and that it's just basically discussions and chats, but you didn't have all the tools of the video conferencing that Lark has, this could be an option for you because of the fact that it does allow you to grow. But there are other ways to get people that we'll talk about in another video. But there's ways that you could network with other sites. There's ways that you could advertise and grow your group. Tons of ways to do that. You don't really need that in order to grow, but it is something to think about. So I'm going to go back to Lark now. And so, wow, whoa, it's like day and night, the difference in how it looks. and just the customization of it and how it, I mean, it's just, to me, if you look at all the comparisons between the two, all the things that Lark does, you got more, ability within each and every channel. Um, you know, with with uh with band, you're limited to the main feed timeline. And then the chat rooms become like, I guess, additional channels, but they're really not channels. They just basically allow you to chat, and it has a few features in it. Whereas these are absolutely game changing channels that you can add so much content and so much to each channel. It's not even a comparison. So if you look at what you're going to get out of Lark, and I don't think that from a customization standpoint, it looks that bad. I mean, you can put your brand up here, and I don't know if we did that or not, if we looked at that, but you can you can go into the settings and you can change some of the settings. There's software updates um, in your general settings. I think you can go light, dark, and it gives you like what you can do, which is cool. If we could change it to blue, we could change it to. It's not going to give you a lot of customization, but you could go dark, which is kind of cool. So you could go dark or light or whatever you want to do. That looks more like Discord. Or you can go back and do uh you can just go back into your settings and just do light. I like the light. And I kind of like the one that we had. I think that looks good. All right. So you see that you're not going to get the customization, but what you will get is an amazing site that will give you everything you would ever need to build a community around content. Because again, with band, in order to even have a blog or a forum or anything, you have to create a page that is not even a part of your site. And then you have to link it back into it. It's a very weird process. And it's not really even that really isn't a blog. It's just a channel that allows you to have a feed. And I looked in it, you can't even pin those things. So I don't know how it would work. Like if you wanted to have an an article that you wanted to stay at the top of the feed, it's going to get lost in the feed. You can't even. So that's, I think Band is not really building it for blogging, forum posting, and that. It's mainly just for chatting, communication, and organization of the chat. Whereas Lark is built for blogging, forum posting. With this, we showed you the threaded conversations. Those are conversations that you start. Other people can get in there and comment and so on. You could do a thread, a topic, several different ones. You could have unlimited topic channels for different things, debating, having Bible study discussions. So there's a lot of tools. You can use them many different ways, which we will get into because this is way too deep for one video. We're going to have to get into this. But at the end of the day, bing, bing, I would say Lark knocks Band completely out. TKO, because it has such a powerful motor under the hood. This is 600 horsepower, you know, motor that is just humming down the road. It's got everything going for it. And band is kind of like driving an old Ford Escort. It's dogging down the road. You know what I mean? I'm sorry if you love band, forgive me, but I'm just telling you straight up. I think that Lark is the champion when it comes to content, the settings, setting the site up, what the site can actually do. You're not going to, spend hours and hours on band to figure it out. You can figure it out in about 5 minutes. Where Lark is a lot deeper because we have to create videos to show you all the features and how to use them. But anyway, and so that is part two. In part three, I'm going to show you the actual video app of how to use the. Um, I'm not going to show you how to do the live stream in Prism. I'm going to do a separate video on that for using it on Lark or Band. It's the same. So just do one video on that, and then we'll show you how to do that. But we're going to show you how to just use the regular video chat in Band on that video too, and that'll be part three. And we'll also show you the mobile app side by side, and then that'll be it. Once we get done, we'll make the video, air it, and then we'll have a poll that we'll attach to it on here somewhere. I guess we'll do a poll question somewhere, and then you'll be able to see what you like the best. I'll give my opinion. I think Lark blows Band out of the water from all points. The video conferencing, no comparison. The actual content creation, how simple it is, how easy it is to create groups. You don't have to go outside of the site to create a page just to have a separate place to post. The chat channels are lacking in that they're not actual channels, they're just chat rooms with a few features. Every single group is a channel unto itself that has tons of resources, things that you can do, and all of that. That's the difference. It's a game changer for me. I really like Lark, and we're in the process of launching our Bible study app on here, and we're going to give it a go. But God bless you. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time for another mashup between Band and Lark. God bless. All right, welcome back. This is again Pastor Tim. This is part three of our video series on a mashup between Lark communication app and Band communication app. Which one is actually a better product? Which one has more capabilities, and so on? And we're doing a side-by-side comparison and just letting you decide which one is best. But we're using different facts and such. And in the second video, again, we had a little trouble with the screen share, and so it didn't share the band portion of the content in the features. So what we wanted to do today is redo that part of the video for you right now, so that it'll be a fair assessment. You got to hear me talk about it, and I'm sure that filled you in on it quite a bit. But to be fair, so without further ado, we're going to do that, and then we will. Was there another part of this we wanted in the video chat as well on there? So we're going to do that right now. We're going to share the screen, and we're looking for where is that at? And that is that's weird. All right, let me see if it shows up now. Let me go back here.
Let me go back here. Let's see. We want to share our screen. There we go. There it is. All right, here we go. So as you can see, you know, we're going to band. We're going to open up the site, and we are going to show you how band works, the features. Let's go to the settings in here, and you can see that band has notifications, just like Lark, and email notifications. You can allow people to invite to your band or other bands. You can have it public or private. You can change certain amount of the customization. Again, it's kind of like Lark. There isn't a whole lot you can do with it. But you can add a picture on the landing page, which is nice. Nice feature there. A description of the band, you can add that. You can add your payment information. Um, there's a group challenge thing that you can do. You can create those. They can be any number of things. It gets the group involved. I like that idea. That's a very good idea. 1,000 members. Members can request and invite people to your group. You can post a new member post to welcome people to your group. But see, band is a network of groups. And so it's more like a Facebook group where you have a timeline that's one timeline, and then you can have what's called chat rooms. And chat rooms look something like this. You can do Giphy files, share videos, pictures, all that kind of stuff. And you can do a live stream with your friends. Let's set up a live stream. I don't think I can do a live stream while I'm streaming though. That's the problem. I'll just do it on another video. I'll have to do it while because I can't be on here and live streaming on here at the same time. I'd have to do it on a separate. So I'll get that to you. Don't worry. But like I said, it's pretty standard fare. It's not going to give you all the bells and whistles of the Lark one that we did. But anyway, you can do a video call in the chat, which is nice. A nice feature. It's not going to be a Slack channel or like a Lark channel where you have all those tools that we just shared with you, where you have all those resources to draw from, all the layers and layers of content creation and all that. Now, if you look over here, the strength of band is going to be the stream right here, which is the mainstream of the site. You can post just about anything in here. It does have an activity feed so that when people post and stuff, but you can do a lot of things. These are all the things you can do. Photos, stickers, they have their own stickers. I wanted to show you that because you can purchase them as well. And you can share videos, upload videos, but the uploading video feature, you have to have it on your computer. It doesn't draw from YouTube, which I didn't like that. You actually can post a video from YouTube in here by just clicking it in here though. But it does, I think it, if I'm not mistaken, either on the, I don't know on the desktop, but on the phone, it takes you to YouTube. It takes you out of the site to view it, which I don't like that. You can do a live stream. You can do a poll, you can do, you know, file sharing, events, all these types of things. All the things you can do on Lark, you can do here as well. But it's just that it's a timeline format, like a basically like a Facebook or like Twitter, where you have one stream and that's it.
these chat rooms are not streams. They're not like chat channels. You can't do forum posts. You can't do all those uh, create documents and send them into the chats and all that you can do on Lark. Lark has a more expansive way of reaching your group or your community, and that's why I think it wins over Band. Although this is not bad if you're just wanting to do, like if you had a youth group and you just wanted to be able to keep in touch with your students or whatever, a communication app like this, that's not bad. That's not bad. But here's the downside of Band, in my opinion, is in the main part of this feed, there's no blog, forum, posting anywhere on here. Attachments are simply things that you could put a file up and your files show up here, but they're all mixed up. Whereas on Lark, you have a video suite that has all of your, audios and videos all in one place so that it becomes a suite of your own videos archived, and you don't have to do a thing other than record it, and you can record it. That's the beauty of it. You can record your videos. I mean, and even on mobile, like we said on Lark, you can record, you can screen share, even on your phone. It is a very sophisticated video chat system. I would say Band is a very simplified video chat system. It is standard as far as that goes. It's not going to give you a lot of thrills and frills. You're not going to have screen sharing, yes, but you're not going to have like filters and reactions and the different things. I don't believe it does poll questions or anything like that. So just when we do the video chat thing, you'll see the difference between Lark and that. But on this, you really don't have a way to create anything. But you could go to Band over here and you can create a blog or a page, but it's kind of weird how you do it. You got all these different templates, but if you come down here, and at the very bottom where it's very hard to see, you can create a page. And when you create a page, it can be anything you want it to be. It could be a blog, but then you got to keep going back to this same spot over here. You got to keep going back, and then you can view it. And this is what a blog looks like. So basically, it's like very similar to the to the other site that you were on, and so it's kind of like a timeline. It's the same posting features, um, yada yada yada. So that's kind of what's going on with this. It is a separate URL from your website, so it's like really detached from it. It's kind of a weird way to do this. You can link it in the settings, page setting that has its own settings. So you could link it to whatever site you want it to. And so let's look at that, what that looks like. So you go back to your site, and if you look at it, you'll see right here these two pages that I created: news and politics and Revolution 24 blog. These are actually a separate website than the main page, which is very cumbersome, clumsy, and I don't even understand why they did it. Now it is connected, but the problem is when you go to it, in order to see it, you have to join it. So it's like you're joining a whole. So it's like these are independent websites of each other. You have to join this separately. That right there is a deal breaker for me. And as a content creator, as somebody that creates a lot of content and not just wanting to have like a WhatsApp or a chat app, I want to be able to create content. I want to be able to share blogs and forum posts and get content out there. Band just doesn't do it for me because of the limitations that it has. And when it does offer a separate place to post, it doesn't connect it. I'm really not understanding the purpose of why they did it that way. but that is to me the bad design feature of band. But the one positive of band, if you want to go to the main hub, this is where everything is. If you want to, you know, uh, go to your main page and then discover up here, if you could click on there, it does allow you to find other groups, other people, and connect to them. I found this to be a very misleading at best feature because a lot of the people that you end up getting are bots. They're not real people. You would expect if somebody joined your chat and then you reciprocated and said thanks for joining, hello, and then you never get a response that that person probably they either they just joined it out of curiosity but didn't want to be a part of it, or they're a bot. But when you get 100, 200 people that are just never responding, I think that the site creates bots to inflate the numbers of people. And I think that's a little misleading in my opinion. Now, I can't prove that, and I don't want to accuse them of doing it, but it seems a little bit like that's what's happening. And I know that that happens on other sites. But nevertheless, and I don't want to portray band in a bad light because I think it's a good app. I've said it's one of my favorite apps. So if anybody from band is listening to me, and I don't want to, again, I don't want to portray that. I don't know that for fact, but I don't necessarily think that all of the people that you're getting from these networks are bots either. I know that when I had the network, I had about 10 people, maybe 20 people that were real. And that was good. I was fine with that. And I would have continued using band. It just didn't fit my purposes anymore. But I wanted to show the difference between these two apps because these two apps are apps that are outside of the normal. Just a second. How are you? You have a good time? Good. Get any rain? Not really? What fires? Oh, it's still coming? Wow, that's crazy. I didn't even hear anything about it. That what that's from? Wow, that's crazy. All right. So again, if I think that there's differences between what people um what they need and what would be best for them. And I think if like I said, I think band created it to be like for schools and for like, um a communication app that's a little bit more than a WhatsApp, a little bit more, it has a little bit more to offer, and they are always working on it. And I just don't understand the design features. And I think that, but the strength of band is this discovery because there's not a lot of sites anymore that allow discovery, that allow you to find other people. You got to go out and get your own people. This does have that feature. And I've even thought of using band as a tool to get people on band, use band for sure as a resource, and then also offer them other alternatives, not taking people away from band. That's not what we're talking about. I would never do that. I'm actually the reason that I'm doing a mashup with band is because I like band. I've said that many times. I've used band for like 3 years, so I'm not a person that's I don't have any personal grievance with band. I'm merely trying to show people that there are options out there. And maybe you have more of a need for content.
creation than you do just chatting, then I would suggest take a look at Lark and do a side-by-side comparison and see if it doesn't work better for you. Um, so based on what I've shown you, that's pretty much what band is all about. It it's simplistic in the sense that there isn't the depth of resources that you have on Lark. Lark is in a very extensive and we've said very complex app. And that's why, we have to create videos and such for how to use the features because it's not as easy to operate as band. That's another strength of band is that it's very easy to operate. And that's a strength. And that's a plus in the plus column. If you were to put Lark up against band in a sense of which one is easier to use, bing, bing, I give band definitely the credit for being easier to use. But just because something is a little harder to learn, there's a learning curve, doesn't mean that it isn't a good app or that it could be a good fit. So you got to see a little bit about it. On the next video, I will try to I'll try to do a video from the app on band to show you how the video is. And then again, go back and watch the first video I did and see the comparison between the two video systems. To me, I mean, just from a technical standpoint, there is no comparison. And that's not even my opinion. That's just technology. That's just the technology is so much better. I don't know how they created this, but they were out there way ahead of a lot of apps on creating video. They've been doing it for a lot of years. And so they've just modified it and more and made it more and more. And I guess they had a head start on other apps. So that's probably why it is so great. And anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you like it, subscribe to my channel and let me know what you think. You can also go to my Facebook page. It's Tech Pastor, and you can get a lot of information there. We're helping people, especially in the church community, to get online, get digital, get the word out to the digital channels that are available. And we will do a lot of these type of mashups and these different kinds of things to show you the different communication apps and different ways that you can run your ministry. We're excited about all of this stuff this channel has to offer, and may God bless you. Have a good one. We'll see you in the next video.